has alluded last week, indoor capacity restrictions for Texas restaurants, bars, and businesses, and statewide mask mandates have been lifted by Governor Greg Abbott, starting Wednesday, March 10. The governor made the announcement during an afternoon press conference held in Lubbock at Mexican restaurant, Montelongo's, on Tuesday, March 2. "It is now time to open Texas 100%, Abbott said. This means that every Texas business, including restaurants and bars, will be able to operate with full indoor capacities next Wednesday. Because the order cancels previous orders, there are no social distancing requirements or masking requirements, though the order does strongly encourage people to wear facial coverings." Abbott did note that businesses can still implement whatever rules they so choose to, be it capacity limits and/or facial mask requirements for diners and employees. However, county judges are not allowed to jail anyone who doesn't follow COVID-19 measures or issue penalties to those who don't wear face masks. Despite the rules change, an executive order remains in place requiring indoor capacity be limited to 50% of normal levels in regions where more than 15% of hospitalizations were COVID-related for 7 days straight. This happened in Travis County during most of January. Prior to this announcement, Texas restaurants were allowed to operate at 75% of normal indoor capacity and full outdoor capacity while following social distancing measures. Masks were required for diners except when seated at a table and while eating and drinking. Just ahead of the conference, Austin Mayor Steve Adler urged the governor to keep the mask mandate active. "We believe it would be premature and harmful to do anything to lose the widespread adoption of this preventative measure," he writes in the letter, adding that the mandate allowed many small businesses to remain open. It's unclear what this new state order means for Austin and Travis County's local mask requirements, which had been in place before Governor Abbott reluctantly issued the statewide mask mandate back on July 2, 2020, just as cases were surging last summer. Austin and Travis County's current mask orders now run through Wednesday, April 21. Likewise, Austin is also currently in its Stage 4 of its risk-based guidelines, which asks all businesses, including restaurants, to operate with 25 to 50% indoor capacities. Local orders cannot supersede state orders, as seen through the state of Texas's block of Travis County's attempt to implement a curfew for restaurants and bars over New Year's weekend earlier this year. Only 6.5% of Texas's population has been vaccinated by the end of February through a process that has been confusing and frustrating for citizens.